Welcome to episode 75. 75 today. Wow. Can you believe it?
Nope. It's like I still remember when we did like 10.
I know. It's just like yesterday.
All right.
Anyway, today we'll be talking about the cancellation of DuckTales.
No.
Uh, I know lots of Mandalorian and Hawkeye news and more. You are watching the Castles, Capes, and Clones podcast, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe from Pixar to Marvel, from Disney films to Star Wars, and from ABC to the Muppets. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell for notifications. And please do like this program. Uh, I'm Loren, and I'm here with my cousin and co pilot, Rich. How are
Hello.
you doing?
Doing
How's
all
it
right.
going? Yeah,
Yeah. Uh the holidays is always busy. Well, I've been busy at work for like forever, but it's even busier.
yeah,
Ramping up before things kind of close for the holidays, so
yeah.
yeah.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. I can't believe that I got out of COVID
All right.
last Monday. Then I had this Monday. Was this Monday? I can't remember what day it is anymore. But I had surgery on my foot again, so it's like always going. But this surgery was really easy, so it's not wasn't anything to write home about or anything like that.
That's
Uh,
good.
yeah, it's good, and it's just to continue to heal my foot from the toe amputation. And I know that sounds like a delight, but it's true.
Mm,
And but I am 100% COVID free. I've got
that's good.
antibodies. I don't have anything to worry about for a while, which is great because I
And,
never want to experience that again.
and hopefully by the time your like antibodies run out or however that works, the vaccine will be available, so it'll be harder
Yeah,
to get.
yeah, that will
Uh,
be very nice. I would very much appreciate that. So,
yeah, I think they're saying best case scenario like June, everyone who wants the vaccine should be able to get it.
everyone, yeah.
It seems very
So,
weirdly enough, that sounds very quick, even though it's like 7 months out. But
yeah,
this these past months have felt like forever. So
right.
you know,
Yeah,
uh,
it's true. It has felt like forever.
yeah. Like, what day is it? March something right now.
Yeah. March 202.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. All right. Well, we start our news from within the castle gates, highlighting Disney news. Walt Disney World stock has actually nearly broken its all time high after a turbulent year. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
But I guess all of the kind of actions that the upper ups took to keep the company solvent, including unfortunately the layoffs,
Yeah.
uh, I guess has made the company stock soar. It hit like lows, while
Right.
COVID was happening. I mean, it's still happening, but I guess they've been taking a lot of measures to make sure that the company is still doing well.
Viable. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they made a lot of good choices with Disney Plus in relation to releasing some of their films on that. And yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
I mean, like the stock market's been has gone up recently
Hmm.
due to events, but in in terms of like what Disney did, I think there are other. I think the other studios are also kind of switching gears, right? Because just an hour ago or so, maybe,
Yeah.
um, Warner Brothers uh, has now said that their whole 2021 lineup that was supposed to be in theaters is coming to theaters, but also to HBO Max,
Yeah. They've been
right?
putting a lot on HBO Max.
So like everything. So we're gonna get Wonder Woman, Dune, all those other movies. Like I think the Matrix movies are coming to HBO Max.
Do you know
Um,
if they're going to have like an additional price over it, or is it
it,
just coming to HBO
it's
Max?
just coming to HBO Max, kind of like how
Yeah.
um, Disney's releasing Soul, right?
Yeah.
It's not an extra thing. So I think I think the Milan thing was an experiment.
Right.
I think like Trolls World Tour was an experiment just to see how things go.
Yeah.
And I think um, looking at things like who knows, it might just seem more viable to just release it to
Right.
subscribers, right?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to Christmas to
Hmm.
watch Soul because
Me too.
yeah,
That'll
because
be a good Christmas Day uh, activity.
yeah, so
Watch Soul.
that that and Wonder Woman also I think comes out that
Yeah.
same day, so it should be a fun-filled movie watching day.
Day. Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully, if you're by yourself, then there you go. If you can hang out with like your bubble family, whatever,
Yeah.
sit down and watch that. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm lucky that I I only really see my family,
Yeah.
and they only like pretty much stay inside all the
Right.
time anyway. So
Yeah. That's the same with my family. Is
right,
I'm glad to be able to at least see my family uh, if I can't see anybody else.
right.
Yeah.
So
All right. So the next story is that Disneyland has canceled grad night for 2021, which is interesting because that's pretty far out. Because don't they usually have grad night in June or something?
May, I think it
May, June.
starts. I think they all start in May.
Okay, so maybe it isn't too early, but because if
No,
the vaccines are going to be coming out in June-ish,
well, I
it's a
mean,
while.
predictions for Disneyland opening wasn't even that soon. It was like
Yeah,
maybe summer. So
right,
so it
exactly.
makes kind of sense because like we've talked about before, Governor Newsom is more strict
Yeah.
about things. I mean, California in general is more strict about things. Like LA just went into another like more serious lockdown where they're like walking somewhere, public transportation places that you don't need to go, don't do.
Hmm.
It's pretty much kind of back to the beginning where we're like, if you don't need to go out, do not go out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it just continues to spread and spread, and
yeah,
it's crazy. And people, honestly, I mean, I take it from a person who has it firsthand experience. You do not want it. You don't
right.
want it.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
So,
Especially if you're high risk. You really don't want it.
yeah. I mean,
So
like even that, like I know people that aren't high risk that have it, and they wouldn't want anyone
to have it.
to have it. It because like even I mean, yes, high risk. Obviously, you had a really bad uh, time of it, but no one really knows.
Hmm.
You can be as healthy as a horse
Yeah.
and still get
Still
in
get it.
bad shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You never know. Like you just see people popping up all over the place who've gotten it, and somebody you you probably, if you don't have anybody like nearby around you, know somebody that has COVID. I know.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's the sad truth of it.
yeah.
All right. Well, Hong Kong Disneyland is closing for the third time due to COVID, and Disneyland Paris will remain closed until February 2021. And so the international parks are closing again. We'll see if Shanghai or Tokyo follow suit at some point, but hopefully not.
I mean, it depends. I think Japan's doing better. Um,
Yeah,
Paris makes sense because they went under, like, France went back under lockdown, so that makes sense.
yeah,
Um,
and the president is not letting
yeah,
Disneyland Paris open, especially during the holidays.
yeah. So I know. What's his name? Chapek was not too happy with our governor, but
Yeah,
I mean, he's not the only one. You got you got China and you got Paris. So
yeah, yeah. I
they're
mean, the
also
thing is that the thing we have to realize is that it's spreading, and
yeah.
something needs to be done. And opening theme parks is not one of the things that needs to be done. Now they are experimenting with DCA. I heard that they opened up some new areas at DCA, or not
Mhm.
only did I hear it, but I saw it on YouTube. And it's good. People are enjoying the shopping opportunities, and hopefully, there aren't any reports of COVID,
Right.
and hopefully that they'll expand a little bit more for shopping experiences and dining experiences.
Mhm.
And everything's working out very well at downtown Disney as well. So,
Yeah, like when I've been there, um, I really don't feel unsafe. We've talked about this before. Like, I feel like Disney, if there's anywhere I'd go besides
mhm.
like grocery shopping. It sounds weird, but like I feel safer at Disney than I would at uh like
Bonds.
shopping malls or whatever because
Yeah.
they're super serious about it. And I've said it before, they're on the ball, like in packs. Like cast members wander around in packs. Just so if one
Yeah.
person, takes down their mask for whatever reason that's not part of the rules, they're on you
Yeah.
politely, but they're on you.
Right.
You know.
Which it should
Um,
be.
yeah. Um, I have a video to cut together for my last visit to downtown Disney, but I do plan on going next week.
Okay, cool.
Just check out Buena Vista Street before the holiday,
Yeah.
the season, when people are out of work and school.
Yeah. Go on a
So
weekday.
yeah, I'm gonna go on a weekday in the morning. So
Okay, cool.
because what I've heard like now, I guess when it first opened, there was the line to get into Buena Vista Street, but now there's like no line really to get
Yeah.
in. So I think all the hype is down. Everyone went to go see it,
Yeah.
and it's just shops and restaurants. So
Yeah.
you had to pay for parking now. So
Right.
you no longer can just go. I guess I'll go. You got to pay to go, and
Yeah.
sometimes that deters people. So that's what I'm hoping. So weekday and in the morning, I'm hoping not a lot of people there, and I can get in, shoot some video, eat a churro, maybe a corn dog,
Yes.
and then skedaddle, and then hopefully cut it together and present it.
Yes. Love
Uh,
that idea. Love it. All right. Well, here's some really sad news. Disney has actually canceled DuckTales after 3 seasons. I did I don't understand their reasoning for things.
yeah,
Or maybe it was a creative uh, decision, but I mean that's one of the Disney Channel's best shows is DuckTales, and so I don't get. they're canceling after 3 seasons.
Yeah, I think that like it's one of their best shows, but then you look at it from a marketing standpoint, I never see anything about DuckTales anywhere. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah, I
Mandalorian
wonder
is
why.
everywhere. Mandalorian, you can't walk anywhere without Mandalorian popping up somewhere. Baby Yoda is everywhere. Um, but ever since DuckTales came out, I've been singing its praises. Like, this is an awesome show.
Yeah.
Uh, watch it. You know, but I never see anything about it anywhere. Like, there's no
Yeah.
advertisements really. There's no merchandise. There's really no merchant. Like, they had figures for a little bit, but like they're
Right.
gone.
Yeah, they went
You
they
know,
went so fast.
yeah.
And
So it's like,
those figures were great. I have the
yeah, I have
nephews and Webby.
yeah, I have all of them, and then also I've Donald and also Scrooge. But like, I was hoping, more of like Darkwing Duck, bringing in like Tailspin. They have Gizmo.
Yeah.
Um, and it's like it was the perfect vehicle to relaunch the other Disney afternoon shows.
Oh
I think,
yeah.
right, and create like their own shared universe, which they
Mm-hmm.
were doing, which never really existed before ish.
Right.
Like, I can't remember if like Darkwing Duck and DuckTales were in the same universe back in
Yeah.
the old show. Were they?
Oh, the back in the old show. I'm not
Back in the
sure.
old show,
Yeah,
like
but this show
Rescue
they
Rangers, Tailspin, they weren't. But like, yeah, but like in this show they could have, and then there could have been like, your crossover shows. Like, how
yeah,
awesome would be like if they introduced Rescue Rangers and Webby and Gadget had a little adventure.
yeah, that would have been fun.
Darn it, Disney.
I know. I know. Maybe they'll eventually put them on Disney Plus, like do more episodes on Disney Plus. Uh
Yeah, that's part of it. I think
could be.
like maybe I don't, because I don't know the numbers, so maybe just people gravitated more towards anything on Disney Plus than Disney
Mm-hmm.
itself, right?
Yeah.
So, and their focus is on Disney Plus, so bring it back there, and then if it's there and like advertise it, you're
Yeah.
getting subscribers that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
So true.
you know, rethink it. Start a
Yeah.
petition. Start a petition. Save Webby.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Webigail.
She's just
Oh,
the greatest character on that
she
show.
is. She is.
Yeah.
She's amazing. All right. Well, here's a good news for my Disney character friends. Disney characters are supposed to make their way into the Walt Disney World hotels, and it seems like every season they have them dressed up to the nines for that particular season, and it's really cool. So I wonder if they're going to be doing it for the holiday season. Um, I guess I'll find out in pictures. But
Yeah.
yeah, very fun news and very exciting news that people
Uh,
will be able to kind of meet
see
them.
people.
Yeah, probably in a socially distanced way.
About to
I'm
say,
sure.
like, I'm sure it's not going to be the way it used to be, where you can go up to them and But
Yeah,
hopefully, it's in a way that you can still have a picture with them, and
yeah,
not from like from 6 feet away. It's fine, but not
right.
from like in the beginning of this whole thing, when they open the parks, all the characters like up
On hills
on
and things like that.
hills or in the middle of a field,
Right.
around like closed off by gates, or up on the like platforms above, so you get like a picture that looks like this.
Have you seen any of the videos for Knott's Merry Farm?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, the way that they do the characters there, I think, is
Yeah,
good because they have them like on you sit on blocks in front of the character,
right.
and the character's like 6 feet away.
Yeah,
And I think that that's actually a great way that they can do it.
yeah. Like, and then in between each like group, they go in and disinfect everything. and
Yeah.
then there you go. So, I mean, it's Disney, so I'm sure they figured out something,
Right.
right? So,
Yeah.
cool.
Disney needs to learn from Knott's Berry Farm because they've been doing some good stuff over there, like with their taste of whatever.
Right.
And they have so many tasting choices, and their tasting options are like humongous. And then they
Yeah.
got characters out and stuff like that, things to
Yeah.
do.
I think I think Disney was just waiting for like the full open thing, so they didn't
Right.
really, kind of like they're almost like all in or not.
Yeah.
Whereas Knott's Berry, again, like Disney in itself is a bigger company with other facets to their
Yeah.
company, where Knott's Berry Farm is pretty much Knott's Berry. I uh,
Right.
if they aren't open, they can't really rely on. They don't have a channel, right?
Yeah.
So they had to do anything and everything they could, and I'm hoping that Disney, by opening up Buena Vista Street, is
Uh-huh.
on their road to doing the same thing. And I
Yeah.
think there's trying it out, seeing how to do crowds, seeing how it works, and then eventually, they have enough room where there's no rides, so and DCA is built for more crowds. Like there's a lot more breathing room in DCA
Right. Yeah,
than
that's
there
why
is in
sure they
Disneyland. So and they have the kiosks. There have been set up for festivals. Just add a
right.
lot more tables everywhere,
Yeah. They
hand
could just do
washing,
that.
sanitation stations, stuff like that, and they can do it. It's like I have a feeling we're going to see something after the holidays. Like I think they're
Yeah.
gonna open. What's the first usual festival after the holidays? Is it Lunar New Year?
Lunar New Year, yeah.
That's like February-ish, right, or
Yeah.
something.
January, end of January,
January.
beginning of February.
Yeah, which funny enough is the last time I was at
I know, me too. That
at
was the last time
DCA.
that I was at
I,
DCA.
yeah, because the last time I was at Disneyland was the Indiana Jones anniversary thing, but I only went to Disneyland. I didn't go to DCA. So
Really? Yeah, that was the last time that I went to either Disneyland or DCA. It's
I don't know,
crazy.
it's coming up on a year. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
I know, considering that I've gone once a month, uh,
Yeah,
every month. So it just
like
feels like eternity.
I've I've had a season pass ever since moving here, and even when I lived in Texas for 2 years, I went to Disneyland and DCA more than I have in 2020.
Yeah, I know. It's
That's crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
But
Anyway. All
yeah.
right. Well, now on to the Clone Cantina for our Star Wars news. Lucasfilm will celebrate its 50th anniversary, well,
Oh,
birthday too,
right there.
in 2021, starting with a slew of commemorative, fan favorite 50th anniversary branded merchandise starting in January. Ooh, I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Yeah, the only things I've seen so far are some archive Black Series figures.
Oh,
Um,
really?
so I know it's Thrawn, Luke, and then Luke in best his Hoth gear and Han in his Hoth gear.
Ooh,
Um,
cool.
because I know it's kind of like the throwback the blister cards,
Yeah.
with the Lucasfilm 50th anniversary logo. And I think those are hitting like stores the week of Christmas.
Oh, really?
At least that's the rumor that they're going to be at like at least at Target that at that time. So that's gonna be the first wave of like those normal like figures and toys. But I'm sure they're planning a lot. I mean, if you look at what they're doing for Mando Mondays,
Yeah.
there's so much merchandise, not just from like Lucasfilm itself, but like licensed out to different companies that have different things. If you haven't been paying attention, like every Monday, StarWars.com has a list of all these um, Mandalorian inspired merchandise every week that the Mandalorian comes out. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like this last Monday, a whole bunch of Ahsoka stuff came out because she was on the show, like T-shirts, um, vinyls, stuff like that. And then the week
Yeah.
before, or a couple weeks before, it was Bo-Katan stuff. So, if that's any indication, there should be a lot of kind of Lucasfilm stuff, which also would include, Indiana Jones, uh, Willow,
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
right?
Willow. Yeah.
Which we'll have some news on. But yeah, looking forward to it. My wallet's not looking forward to it, but whatever.
I know. Yeah, exactly. I know. It's so true.
Hard
All
to
right.
believe though. It's like I didn't think about it, but like, because you always kind of think that Lucasfilm was born with Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But Lucasfilm itself, um, what's it called? Um, what am I trying to say here? Didn't start with Star Wars, right? Because this is 50th anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
which is older than Star Wars, right? Am I
Yeah,
mathing right?
I know. I'm so bad at math myself. Maybe. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, because it's older than me,
Yeah.
right? So this is like 70. This would be 71,
Ah.
right?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would make sense.
yeah. So it must have been when they first started, like the first start of production on Lucas stuff.
Maybe what was the name of that one film? TX. Yeah.
THX 1181.
Yeah. My that was the early Lucasfilm, right?
I think so. That's the one was with because I don't know if that was Lucasfilm or if it was on Zoetrope with
Un-
Coppola. But it might have been
Unless
a joint thing. It might have been like Zoetrope, and then also he called his thing Lucasfilm.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I know Zoetrope financed it, but I think like as a
he
production
might have.
company, he called it Lucasfilm. So
Yeah, it could be.
yeah, because
So
I mean, like think about it too. I think American Graffiti is also Lucasfilm, so that's also part of the thing.
hmm.
But
Yeah,
so it'll be
that's
interesting
true.
to see what merchandise specifically Lucasfilm is, because it's more than just Star Wars. Obviously, Star Wars is probably like 80% of it, but they have
Well,
other things, right?
it would be cool to have American Graffiti things.
I would too. Like I don't I remember watching it a long time ago. Like I don't really remember it. Um,
Yeah.
so I should watch it again. Is that
I
on Disney Plus?
I don't know. I don't think so. Not yet,
Shit.
at least. Yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
this
I
year,
yeah,
50th something. So
yeah. All right. Well, a report has surfaced that shows production for the untitled Obi-Wan series is set to start filming on January 4th, 2021. Hmm. I love that all these programs are starting to, rev up their productions.
yeah. Um, Ewan McGregor said like he said spring, but that could mean like this production could mean almost anything. It
Hmm.
could be, just starting like location shootings or like B-roll kind of stuff, and then Ewan McGregor shows up later.
Hmm.
But the other interesting thing is it lists two locations, London and Boston, as the filming
Yeah.
location. So it's
Yeah.
interesting that Boston is one of them. Like I
Yeah.
don't I don't know what that means. Like I don't know what's in Boston. I wonder if
Yeah.
that's a location, like somewhere they're filming outside. Um, because you figure most of it will be volume
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe there's some kind of uh sound studio over there that
that has it
or not, yeah,
for
sound
uh,
stage, I mean, not sound studio.
maybe because like you think about like because then you're like, well, if it's an outdoor location, Does this mean that Obi-Wan doesn't take place all on Tatooine?
Maybe it's like
Unless,
maybe the first episode is going to be like Star Wars Episode 4, the one with the whales. They go
yeah,
backwards in time and they have to learn.
yeah.
That would be funny.
But yeah, like hopefully that means we'll get it in 2022.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
this might be. So, and these years seem to be flying by. I can't believe it's December already.
All right. Went
Yeah.
from March to December. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right. So there has been an uptick in viewership for the Star Wars Clone Wars and Rebels animated series, which has been attributed to the live action introductions of Bo Katan and Ahsoka Tano in the
In the
Mandalorian.
Mandarin.
I don't know, in the Mandarin.
Fing Fang Foom.
Yeah. In the Mandalorian, which is pretty exciting. I'll go through this whole thing. Speaking of the Mandalorian, Rosario Dawson and Pedro Pascal have popped up in various interviews. Rosario expressed her gratitude to Ashley Eckstein for bringing her role in wait for her role in bringing a female Jedi to the world, and has also expressed her desire to play Ahsoka in future projects. And Pedro Pascal talked about the physicality of playing Din Djarin, and that his favorite character on set, aside from Grogu, is Amy Sedaris's character. So, whose name I forget. What, do you know her name?
Starts with the P. Starts with the P? I think it starts with the P. I can't remember.
Yeah, but
But
exciting news. I'm glad that Clone Wars and Rebels are getting a bigger viewership, which it should have from the beginning. But
yeah,
uh,
I mean, I understand. Like a lot of people look at animated shows as kid shows, right?
yeah,
So I know a lot of fans who like don't know, like don't understand who Bo-Katan is or even Ahsoka, which is
yeah,
crazy to people like us, right? Because
right.
we just know who they are. But it's cool that like they get to like people are diving back into Clone Wars because I think it's like it really, and I've said this a lot, it really enhances the prequel trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch, Phantom Menace, then Attack of the Clones, and then Clone Wars, and then Revenge of the Sith, it definitely makes Revenge of the Sith a lot better in the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like, and people who are watching it now have a special treat of watching all 7 seasons, whereas when we watched it, obviously season 6 came later, and then
Right.
season 7 we didn't even think would happen. Like,
Yeah.
just premiered earlier in this year, and it's an amazing ending to that series that coincides with Revenge of the Sith. That makes it all the more better, but also like the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker is accentuated,
Mm-hmm.
especially by those last 4 episodes of Clone Wars.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
It's very
yeah,
just so good, just so good. And you know that we're going to see Rosario Dawson again as
yeah. I feel like she knows.
Ahsoka.
I feel like
Yeah,
she knows,
I think she's
right?
probably
Like
doing a wink, wink.
yeah, like she's done it before. Like I think I mentioned it a while ago that she was Kevin Smith had his pop up restaurant in Los Angeles, and she was
Yeah,
there because they're friends. Because she was in Clerks 2, and she was also in Jane and Silent Bob Reboot.
yeah,
And of course, Kevin Smith is going to ask her about it, and
right.
she was like, her answer was like, "Yeah, it would be cool if I was in Mandalorian."
Yeah,
uh, but I feel like again, like this is the same reason why we both feel like we're going to see Ming-Na Wen again in The Mandalorian. You don't cast Ming-Na Wen in that kind of role for that sort of a time, right? You don't cast Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano without knowing that there's plans for her, whether it be in The Mandalorian or something else. So I just think it's also like, there's a lot of controversy around this. One, the whole thing, the lawsuit stuff involving Rosario, but like the casting itself and how Ashley Eckstein was passed up, I guess.
Yeah.
I understand, she's the voice of Ahsoka, but she wasn't in mind when they designed her, unlike, Bo-Katan was designed around Kay Sackhoff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it made sense that actually wasn't up for it. And Rosario's has been in action movies. She's an established actress.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always like the backlash. That part of the backlash was like because of Ashley, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure Rosario would have said something earlier, but again, she can't really say anything to Ashley without
anything.
revealing that she is, because Ashley's maintained that she had no idea who was cast, even though I don't know about how. I'm sure she knew before everyone else, but maybe not, as soon as it happened.
Yeah.
Because I feel like her and Dave Filoni have a good working relationship, so at some point maybe she would have known. But then again, maybe not. Dave Filoni has always been also known to be, secretive in weird ways.
No, I'm sure that she knew, but they have you sign these NDAs that pretty much bound you to secrecy of the highest level.
Yeah.
So she could have known, but what are you going to say? You have to just say that I don't know anything about. Yeah.
Right.
And
like the whole like Ewan McGregor going like, oh, I don't know what's going on with Obi-Wan.
exactly.
It'll be cool.
Or even Rosario Dawson. He's like, oh, that would be cool if I was that, And I tell you, that episode was so good. I will sing it to the hills. That and the Bo-Katan episode, best episode so far on the show. But all the episodes have been so good so far.
And to our listeners and viewers, we did record a Mandalorian podcast, but technical difficulties made us not be able to publish it. So we're gonna try
again.
So like, and then Pedro. So the thing about Pedro, if people didn't know, the first season, he wasn't able to actually be in the suit as much as he would have liked.
Yeah.
So it was done by his stunt double, and he just provided the voice for most of it. This season, he's in the suit a lot more. So that's why this is a thing, right? When he's talking about the physicality of playing Din Djarin, it's because he didn't really do it before.
Right. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I forget what it was. There was like a time thing, or he only had time to provide the voice for most of it, except for I think that last episode. That's the second last episode, the one where he took off the helmet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
obviously,
that obviously had.
But for the most part, it was one of the doubles that was in the suit. So this year he's in it a lot more.
Yeah.
Than previously before, and that's why that was a kind of a news story.
Right. Oh,
kind of confirming
idea.
that he is. Yeah. So. I think it's funny that like because he said he wasn't really the character like when he said they asked him who's your favorite character besides Grogu, he was like, well, maybe not character, but I loved following Amy Sedaris around, and because she makes him laugh.
Yeah. She makes anybody laugh. She's so funny.
Yeah,
She's like brilliant, brilliant
yeah.
actress.
I
Yeah,
actually like, there's some backlash of that character because she's like corny and whatever, but I like that's so Star Wars that I'm like I'm kind of fine with it, and
yeah,
I like her character, and I do hope she is like a recurring cast member.
yeah,
Like she feels like she is already, so I'm hoping that she's back from season three. Um, because he's got to at least come back and see Cobb Vanth again, and Boba Fett's there,
yeah.
so there's got to be something
Oh
going
my
on back
God.
in Tatooine.
Oh
So,
my God. Yeah, yeah. There's got to be some kind of connection that's going to happen, and
and
uh,
she's like his friend on Tatooine.
right.
So yeah,
Oh, so exciting.
yeah,
All right. Well, we've come to a piece of sad news in the Star Wars universe. David Prowse, who was the physical form of Darth Vader, we know that James Earl Jones was the voice, but he was the one who was in the suit, passed away at the age of 85. And this is
yeah,
really sad news. It just feels like a lot of the original cast are passing away left and right. We lost Kenny Baker, we lost Peter Mayhew, obviously Carrie Fisher, now
yeah,
David Prowse,
yeah.
and
It's really just now Mark Harrison and Anthony,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Um,
for the original
the
cast.
original, yeah. So
Yeah,
sad, and like you know, in the later years, there was like a falling out between David Prowse and I guess Lucasfilm. I'm not really sure. I can't remember what the whole story is,
huh?
but that's a sad kind of footnote in that. But I think I think once Disney got it back, got Lucasfilm, I think things were trying to repair. I'm not sure, but yeah,
Yeah,
there's some weirdness for a couple of years with David Prowse and Lucasfilm.
yeah,
Uh, but you know, a lot of this, like a lot of love came out for him during the last couple of days.
yeah,
Yeah, it's sad 'cause he's a big part of Star Wars, right?
yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah,
Well, our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and friends,
yeah,
and we wish him well and to rest in peace.
yep,
All right, so now we move on to our try on our capes and cowls for Marvel news. Hawkeye will begin shooting this week, actually, and Florence Pugh is apparently reprising her role from Black Widow uh, for the series. Amazing stuff. And Haley Steinfeld is
Steinfeld,
officially Steinfeld. What is it?
Steinfeld,
Steinfeld is officially back in the series, so that's exciting too. If she is indeed Kate Bishop.
um, there are photos of her with
Oh,
Jeremy
really?
Renner on set.
Ooh, and
She's
she dressed
got
as
she's got well, I'm sure it's not her uniform or whatever you want
right.
to call it, but it's like normal clothes, but there's a lot of purple in it, and she has a bow. So she was going around, and I think Jeremy Renner is there, but she's carrying around a bow. So
Yeah,
make no mistake, she's got to be. I think it's not official. I don't know if it is, but she's definitely on set because it was a picture of her and Jeremy Renner, and she's
yeah.
holding a bow, and she's wearing a lot of purple.
So I'm sure that she's gonna. Yeah, I can't imagine that she's not gonna be
Yeah.
uh, Kate
Uh,
Bishop.
yeah. The thing here is Florence Pugh, right? Like she's reprising her role in Black Widow, which is rumored to be the next Black Widow.
Yeah,
Um, which I mean, I guess is a little bit of a spoiler alert that we know she's gonna live.
right. Yeah,
Black Widow.
I guess so.
Um, but I wonder, like, because Black Widow is another movie that's kind of in limbo right now, right?
Right.
Like, I'm imagining that they're gonna have to announce. now with the whole big thing with HBO Max going on
Yeah.
and how they're releasing all of their 2021 movies, you gotta think that Disney
Disney is
is
looking at
like,
the
we're gonna have to like compete, um, and what better way to release a Marvel movie, right? Because we
yeah.
haven't had, this is like the longest we've gone without a Marvel movie,
Oh yeah.
right?
I'm like going through withdrawals.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's been almost 2 years,
Oh
right?
yeah. Yeah.
That since Endgame came out,
Yeah.
uh, which is nuts. Um, and I don't know. You in the the future of COVID is still unclear.
Mm-hmm.
Vaccine doesn't mean cure, so there's still time that needs to happen
Yeah.
before anyone feels comfortable. Before I would feel comfortable going back into a crowded space. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I'm hoping that they release it on Disney Plus. They're having such success on Disney Plus right now.
mhm,
Releasing more programming and things like that.
right.
That it would just make sense for them to follow suit with HBO Max, which has been succeeding, you know, so well with a lot of its programming and there's stuff that I need to watch. It's sad, like the HBO on Hulu, HBO Max on Hulu is not
Mhm.
the same as having it on the app. So
Oh, really?
I have to stream on the app. Yeah, on the app you get way more programming.
That's weird.
On Hulu, HBO Now on Hulu or HBO,
Oh,
what is it, Max on
HBO
Hulu.
Max.
Yeah, you don't get half as much of stuff.
That's
So
weird.
yeah, I know. I think it's just the way that it's laid out. They
Mm,
can't they can't do it the same way. So I'm just gonna have to stream on off the app, which isn't such a big thing because I have Chromecast.
right.
So yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of shows on HBO Max I need to catch up on that I've heard are really good.
yeah,
Um, I mean, it just includes all the Disney, the DC stuff.
hmm yeah,
So
definitely. I need to catch up. Yeah, I need to watch season 2 of Titans. I know I was disappointed with season 1, but what I saw in the at fandom,
yeah,
whatever.
fandom, DC
Yeah,
fandom. Yeah,
yeah. Season 2 looked really exciting, so I'm just
well,
gonna check it out.
I saw a picture of Starfire's new look.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
I think she now has a proper costume.
Good.
I mean, like I didn't expect it to be the comic version of Starfire's costume because she barely has a costume.
Shoot. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say.
But I think it makes her look more like Starfire. I think
Oh, that's good.
it's recognizable. So
Right.
um,
So spider bots from Avengers Campus have now invaded the land. Have you seen any of the videos for
yeah,
with the spider bot? Oh my god, they look so cool. I want one so bad.
yeah. If I didn't spend a lot recently, I probably would have gone to get one. Uh,
Yeah.
but they're $80.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's gonna be once it opens, it's gonna be like the droids.
Yeah.
They'll be
I want
readily
the
available.
Ant-Man one. I want the
So
Ant-Man one.
yeah, so I knew eventually I'll be able to get one at Avengers Campus. Just gotta kind of wait.
Yeah.
But so far what I've seen is cool. Um, you know, uh, but like I said, I think they'll come out. I mean, I feel like we can get one later when they'll be like normal. They'll just be
Yeah.
there all the time. So I
Yeah.
wasn't too concerned because it's not like a limited edition
No.
version of it. Um, the only thing that was look cool is like you get a pin,
Yeah.
the annual pass holder like Avengers Campus pin
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That big button. It's like a big
It's like a
button.
big button, right?
Yeah.
It's either a big button or they do a lot of the force perspective on it. But Yeah.
Yeah. I
Um,
would have liked one of those just to have it.
yeah, but I'm like, I don't have $80 to spend
Yeah.
on that right now. So I did not go. I mean, you can still go get it. You just need to do a reservation.
Yeah.
Um, so, but yeah, it looks weirdly enough because I don't like spiders, but it looks cool. It moves. It's like remote control.
Yeah.
Um,
And if you can just find another person,
and
you can
battle.
battle with them. Yeah,
Yeah,
which is really cool. You can self-destruct.
yeah. I think that's
Just
hilarious.
yeah, which is really neat.
Yeah,
So I just think that when they open up, they're gonna have different characters that you can also get as spider bots. So I heard that they have an Ant-Man one. So you know
oh,
me and Ant-Man. My
yeah.
love affair with Ant-Man.
I
I
think is there gonna be a
want.
Black Widow version?
I think there is. In Black Panther, I know, Iron Man,
See,
and I
then
believe Captain America.
yeah, like I feel like I would want a Black Widow one or a Black Panther one.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I'm not too broken up that I'm not getting one now.
Yeah, me neither. I just seeing them though, like I just want to
Yeah,
play with it,
right.
and try it out. Yeah.
I
So
hear though that the packaging is like unwieldy.
monstrous. Yeah, I've heard that too. That's what I've seen. But
Like,
good times. I love it.
yeah.
Oh,
It's also like there's also like no, I don't know if they showed it, but you can also get like t-shirts and a hat, which
mhm.
again I think is going to be available there once it opens anyway.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So
what they said.
yeah,
I think they just, they were supposed to open up in July,
yeah,
and I think they just had all of this merchandise sitting around,
yeah,
and so I think they just decided, hey, let's just start selling it sooner rather than later. So, which is, again, part of their whole tactic to keep themselves solvent, to start doing these events and all kinds of things. So it's really
yeah,
good.
yeah. Because who, it could be another year until we get to
Till
go there. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
All right. Well, Marvel Studios has honored the late Chadwick Boseman with a new video intro before Black Panther on Disney Plus. So they essentially have added like little, you know how they have
the
all
Marvel,
the
the
Marvel,
Marvel logo.
yeah. So with that they have like him as T'Challa and Black Panther, and I think that's a really nice tribute.
Yeah,
You know, I was just thinking about how there's just some actors that you just remember, when they passed, and how you know how much they meant in, and he's definitely one of them that
yeah,
just feel a loss, and
yeah.
I'm
I
so
like,
glad that they've been doing all of these things to, give to lay tribute to him.
yeah. I feel like like it's like we haven't known him long,
Hmm.
in the grand scheme of things, right? Like when Carrie Fisher passed, it felt
Oh, that was, yeah, she
like
was,
super impactful. I mean, definitely super impactful. Like, but at least we had her for a long time, right?
yeah,
And that impact, like Chadwick, he was just here such a short time with us, and was doing movies for such a short time, but the roles he played, um, especially during this time period,
hmm,
definitely, was I wouldn't say a movement, started a movement, but I mean it was you know for anyone who's a person of color, you know,
oh yeah,
someone, a production like Black Panther, um, gives. everyone a little bit of like hope.
Right. That's
Right.
exactly it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm also hoping, like, I don't know how long the painting of Chadwick at Downtown Disney is going to be there, but
Yeah.
it's still there, so that's good. Um,
Yeah. I'm
I'd
hoping to see
imagine,
it one day.
yeah, I'd imagine it'll be hard to actually paint over it because, like, it seems
Oh.
like, you know what I mean? It just seems like you don't want to. Like,
Yeah.
I would imagine until they actually have an actual resident in that space. Like
Right.
that's not just like, because they use it right now just for the reservation shopping. So that's where you would go to get the spider bot, I think.
Yeah. That's where.
That used to be the old ESPN zone, but I think
Mhm.
until they get a proper um, resident, they should just leave it up.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, it just would seem like a travesty for them to
Yeah, like
remove it.
I mean, like I know, like in the past they've changed it, like depending on what's going on with movies, like um, what was the most recent one before this?
Uh.
I don't remember what it was, but they usually cycle it for like photo ops.
Right.
So for major motion, like I'm sure there was a Frozen one and whatever, but I feel like they can't go over it now with like
No.
replace it with like Donald Duck. It would
Right.
just not
I
feel
know.
right, you know.
Yeah.
So I
It
hope
would
it's
not feel right at
yeah.
all.
I think what's cool about the digital platform is that they're able to do this, right?
Yeah.
Because
That's a
you
nice
couldn't do
thing.
this if it was a physical thing because they're already done. But you know they can add things like this, um, and that makes the streaming part of it kind of cool.
Yeah.
So,
For sure.
yeah,
All right. So Alfred Molina is rumored to reprise his role as Doc Ock in Spider-Man 3, which makes sense since what's his name? Jamie Foxx is returning as
as
Electro.
Metro.
So they must be trying to do some kind of Spider-Verse thing.
I mean, it sounds like it, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone, it's kind of like the Flash on in DC. Like everyone's coming back to reprise their roles for like in the DC universe.
Right.
I feel like this is the movie for Marvel that they're doing the same thing. They're just bringing in everyone from the Spider-Man movie verse,
Yeah.
and I'm all for it.
I am too. I mean, like, especially Alfred Molina was one of the best villains
Oh, he was
in
the best.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was of the first trilogy. He was the best villain,
Yeah.
hands down. He was like, yeah. I mean, like not only the best villain, but like the other ones don't compare. I mean, like,
No.
look, I love Willem Dafoe,
Right.
but
But
the Green Goblin get up look
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like everything
It's
else about that performance is amazing. It's just
right.
like once he gets into the Green Goblin armor, you're just like, "Hmm."
Yeah. It's
But yeah, but like Doc Ock looked amazing, and his
yeah.
portrayal was amazing. So all for it.
Well, I was just thinking this morning because I was unboxing Nightcrawler from the movies,
Mm.
about scenes that, are not in the MCU that are amazing. And obviously, the Nightcrawler scene at the beginning of X2,
X2. Oh my god.
amazing.
Yeah.
But that train sequence in Spider-Man 3 is
Two.
like top. Spider-Man 2 is
Yeah.
like top notch. I mean, it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's just something that we had never seen before, and just
Yeah.
so thrilling. So I hope that he returns. I really do. I hope that he comes
Yeah.
back.
It just makes me wonder, like, where this movie is gonna go with what's
Hmm.
going on. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I can't wait.
yeah. Me too. All right, and finally we go beyond the gates for our non-traditional Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars news. So, Aaron Kellyman, Kaylee Spaney, and Ellie Bamber are all in talks to join the Disney Plus Willow series. Unfortunately, I don't know who any of these actresses are, but I
Uh,
like. Huh? Do you?
I want to say one of them is Memphis Nest.
Oh, okay.
From what I remember of seeing at the pictures of who they are.
Maybe Kaylee Spaney. But anyway, they're all in talks, and I just like the fact that the show is progressing. So I can't wait to see it. I have to like watch the movie again. It's been so long that I can't remember what happened. So I might have to watch it, which I know it's on Disney Plus. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll watch that later.
It's a movie I've seen. Like I watch it every so often, but it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been quite a while for me.
Yeah,
Maybe a decade. That's how long it's been.
right. Probably same here.
Yeah.
Um, Aaron Kellyman is Memphis Nest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Uh,
Then that's cool.
yeah. So Lucasfilm. Yeah. I don't know what I was saying. I'm curious what the story is about this.
Yeah.
Like, what's
It'll
the
be a
deal with it?
yeah.
Are we gonna see Val Kilmer
I don't know.
in
It's a
it?
series, so
Like, he's gotta, right?
he's got to at
or
least make a cameo.
something, or at least unless he's because I know like Val Kilmer himself had surgery on his
Yeah.
vocal cords, so he doesn't sound the same.
Oh, really?
But you know, he's an actor. Uh,
Yeah.
and this takes place in the future. He played like older Mad Mardigan, and at least be like, "Sup, Willow," and then, hey, there we go. So
Yeah.
that's almost all we need. And like
Yeah.
his
There you
daughter
go.
or something, like takes over, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Who knows? Hopefully, he'll have a cameo.
yeah,
It's a series, so you never know.
and hopefully, um, Bryce Dallas Howard gets a shot at one of the
Oh, yeah.
episodes.
Yeah. Because her
Yeah,
dad directed the original film, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so that would be like kind of a neat legacy thing.
yeah. This is how she knows George is Uncle George.
Yeah, huh?
uh, yeah, like give her, like honestly, give her another episode of Mandalorian. Give her another episode, or give her episode of this, and
Yeah,
then you might as well just make a solo series and have Ron Howard and Bryce Dallas Howard a part of
correct.
it.
Yeah,
Something.
that
Yeah.
would be cool for them to do a series of
That'd be so awesome.
solo. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of places they could go and things they could do. So
Yeah.
that would be neat if they could do a solo series.
Yeah.
With Alden Einrich and get the whole cast together again.
Yeah. I mean, Eunice is up for it, being Chewbacca forever. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
He's he's the lifer.
Yeah.
All right, so the final story that we have is that Hulu lands Elizabeth Moss for their true crime series Candy, and Candy is set in Texas in 1980 and is based on a true story about a woman named Candy Montgomery who kills her friend Betty Gore, uh, and Moss will play Montgomery, who whose character seemingly had it all. She had a husband, she had um, a son, a daughter, good job, nice house, and so. The mystery is, why did she kill her friend with an axe at church?
Hmm.
It sounds like a very interesting subject. So I definitely want to watch that one.
Interesting.
Sure. I love all those murder mysteries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
so
you remember this at all? This story?
no, I
Like
don't
the
remember
actual
it at all.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I was only like 5. But,
Yeah, I don't remember. There's some stories that I just don't remember, and um, but it sounds like an interesting story to me.
what's
Um,
interesting is that it's a series. So,
yeah, yeah,
but
it might
they'll
just be a
bury the
one
lead.
one
So
season kind of,
yeah,
you
right.
know, yeah, like
Uh,
The Act. I don't know if you saw that series,
yeah.
but it was about this girl her mother wanted to keep her like a child and was constantly making her sick so that they could get like freebies and things like that. And then the daughter realized that, she was older than she thought she was and rebelled against her mom. I think they killed her mom. And, but at the end, it was just such a tragedy because it didn't have to happen if the mom just raised her like a normal person. It's actually a really good series, but it's obviously a one season series, so this is
Yeah.
probably a one season series,
Hmm. Yeah.
as well.
What's funny is like the way that streaming works. Like that's possible.
Right. I know. It's
So
it's cool though.
yeah, it's like getting a movie, but getting it tell like a 8-hour movie.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, we've come to the end of episode 75. 25 more to go, Rich, before we reach 100.
sweet.
I know. So be sure to leave a review on iTunes to help us be found, and share our posts with your friends and family on your social sites. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and like this post. You can always reach us at podcast at castlescapesandclones.com. Leave us your feedback, good and bad. We'd really love to hear from you. You can also leave us your comments in the comment below on YouTube. Uh, you can reach me personally at Lojav on Twitter and on Instagram at Loren Javier. And we'll have all of this below. And how about you, Rich?
I'm on Instagram and Twitter at R2 Romosanta.
All right. Well, the opinions expressed on today's podcast are solely our own and do not represent the Walt Disney Company, its subsidiaries, or assets. So from here, we say goodbye.
Yep. Catch you on the flip side.